I panicked so hard. I thought I deleted my save file. That would have sucked. Scarecrow Fields. This is gonna be a pain. This place is so difficult to be up.
The scarecrows are almost unstoppable, so don't be a hero. If you can't beat them, try trapping them while you make your escape. Using your new Daring Dash ability should help you get ahead of them quickly.
Oops. What is happening? Die, Scarecrow! I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm scared. I know. Okay, I think that's the last of them.
Beware of mischief makers and metal machines. Who knows what dark sorcery brings their metal limbs to life? It would be good to see the back of such menaces.
Roast and toast. Guess there's that dude. Oh, interesting. There is one thing you're supposed to do in there. I don't really know what it is, but I don't know what it's a reference to. Is my only issue. So, go in here. You gotta do it quickly, otherwise it's gonna go out. If you light this one on fire, I believe it's this one. Fire, there's no back. There's heaters everywhere. Because if you noticed, he was in the first level. Actually, no. He was in... I think he's like in every level. I think he's like hitting around in every single level, and I don't know why. I'm ready for anything dangerous. Oh god, I was prepared for the wrong dangerous creature. I got it. Oh god. This is the bonk hammer. It's not so good against that guy, which is a bit sad. Big sad. was clean. Okay.
These fields are home to many mad machines, yet the most bizarre of them is housed within this barn.
Radicus, your mind. Oh, Radicus, you're right. It's dangerous going.
Oh, one shot.
Oh, you work as a forklift. Don't need a license for it. Do you have a license? What's the license? Like a winter, you understand? Deal, I can look your dirt. Let me see to your mind.
Oh my god. What the frick is going on? I remember I can't do Yes, I am horrible at blocking. Almost. God damn these freaking. There's an enemy out there that I can't get to, which is like really infuriating.
Death waits in the cornfield. Pick your route carefully and do not linger in the corn.
I got him. I know this one isn't a trap, if I remember. There it is. The reason why I contract is to get this. Which is actually really good to have on your team. Yeah, so that guy was like imprisoned or something because he was mistaken for his brother. Which is big sad. He was imprisoned for being mistaken for their own person.
Kalkatura, the Serpent Lord, yearns to fight alongside you, but has been captured by Zarok and sealed within a chest. Free this mighty spirit and earn a powerful ally.
Yeah, I find it funny. You get to fight its brother, It also will follow you literally everywhere you go. Like, if given enough time, it will find its way over here, because it's like a separate area
The
entirely.
corn-cutting machine is missing a part. A cog fell off this miracle of modern agriculture, and it hasn't worked since.
What does that sound? That physical sound. I'm ox and they're amazing. Just thank you so much. Let's get
Yep, see, there's a snake. I think it fell out of the map, though. So I think I had enough souls to open it. I'm gonna go burn it. Chalice can now be avenged, or now be So I didn't have enough souls. Now I do. It'd be smart of me just to kill this thing before, so I don't have to deal with it again. This area is, I swear to God, is just designed to kill the player. I mean, that's lit what it's for. Kill the player, but... Let me refill my chalice, my vial. There we go. I'm just gonna eat all of this. I don't care if I take mad damage, go for it. There's not a lot of power left. Just got rain in there. There we go. Yeah, if you follow this, it just clears a path for the fire. Just, like, gets stuck. Just showing that I didn't read it. I forgot you can't actually enter the building. That's the exit, so I don't think I can clear it. I mean, I don't think I could just tell there's like everything other than getting the soul, which is later in the game, which goes to 100% completion.
Okay, very cool. Absolutely not. So persuading. Oh, wait, what do you mean to? Okay, who wants to go first?
Yes, give me the better sword, please.
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet! What are you doing back here? What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty! How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you! Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
So that is the enchanted sword, for those of you who don't know. It's a really good sword, but only when you're versing like something that needs the enchanted sword, something that's like really hard to kill. So the enchanted sword is like technically the strongest sword in the game, but it's very limited to what it can and cannot do. So technically speaking, Sleeping Village. This one's gonna be hard because I didn't know what to do first time around. They're not evil, they've just been turned evil. They're good souls.
Poor villagers. The master possesses them. It mustn't hurt them. Hurt guards, though. They seek out an object of great power.
As you just heard, I gotta... How do I do this? Okay, let me see if I can remember how to do this. There's like an order of operations you gotta do this in. I don't think it's the church first, I think it's the church last. I think. Ew, they're still healing on yourself.
A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor took it. Find a replacement and see how the church should really look.
Yeah, so once you get the church's cross back, you're able to like do some things. Let me in, thank you. Right, I need to do It's like I can smash these barrels and try and get some gold out of it. Gold isn't very useful. Especially when you're good at the game like I am. Please don't hit me. I'm spamming A to, not A, but X to try and jump over her. Vault.
Tourist Guide to Gallowmere, Part 2.
Okay, let me find Part 1.
History of Gallowmere, Volume 1. During the dark time that was Gallowmere's not too distant past, it was King Peregrine who thwarted Xerok the Necromancer and his plan to enslave the land. Xerok, once the king's mage, had fallen out of favor with the ruler for conducting outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead. It was said that deep within Peregrine Castle, the dead were restless. The dead are to be honored, not kept as the playthings of alchemists, declared King Peregrine as he banished Xerok from the castle. All of Xerok's living dead were routed out and destroyed. Xerok, being an unforgiving soul, went into hiding and vowed to wreak his revenge on the king.
What about you, Olga? What do you think about Sam? Invisible, I think. I need to bring the color shop something. What's the first thing? Change.
History of Gallowmere, Volume 2. Rumors of ill-doing and dark deeds abounded through the land of Gallowmere. It was whispered that Xerok had employed the aid of shadowy demons to help build a vast castle. Under the cover of night, Xerok's dark army spilled forth from the corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the Pumpkin Lands belonged to Xerok. The folk of Gallowstown cried out for help. Save us, good King Peregrine. Retaliation was swift and violent. King Peregrine's forces, led by the brave Sir Fortescue, drove Xerok's army back from Gallowstown. Oh, there was much rejoicing, but the war was not yet over.
Ow. Give.
History of Gallowmere, Volume 3. News that Xerok's army had now taken the Floodlands caused much concern. From this vantage point, Xerok could march west to take the Enchanted Forest. This sacred place would prove a bitter defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer. It was Sir Dan Fortescue who once again led the king's militia to rid the demon host from the land. Yet the evil wizard was cunning and had prepared an ambush. Titanic battle ensued, of which history has never seen the like. It is said that the day would have gone to Xerok, but for the skill and valor of one man. Fortescue led the charge deep into the massed ranks of the undead, felling Xerok's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Kodok, and before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the traitorous sorcerer with a mighty sweep of his sword.
Ow.
History of Gallowmere, Volume 4. The forces of evil were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's militia returned from that field. Gallowmere lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman, and Fortescue's second-in-command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. Xerok's body was never found, Though if it lies unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Gallowmere would shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Xeroc's banner were unnatural creatures that did not belong in the world of mortal men. The king declared that they be banished, entombed under the pure earth of the enchanted earth. Imprisoned within an impregnable box of the king's design, the demons were buried deep underground. Their tomb was sealed with a magical device that has since come to be known as the Shadow Artifact.
I'm gonna count how many days you've been to college. Like every single day.
How do you spell enemy again? I hate it.
Of college benefits. Then you drive everything. Let's go. Gears, can you drive a truck? Can you drive me crazy? I mean, Overwatch. My outro is terrifying.
Tourist Guide to Gallowmere, Part 1. The land of Gallowmere is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you are looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the Enchanted Forest. Scale the heights and see the nests of giant dragon birds. Seek out weird and wonderful plant life. Go ooh and ah at the sight of baby dragon toads splashing about in the crystal clear ponds. Why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley? Pumpkin is Gallowmere's favorite dish, and about now the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings awaiting harvest. Tourist Guide to Gallowmere, Part 2. If it's mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Yes, this is the fortress from which the fabled King Peregrine once hailed. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that the ghost of the regent himself now haunts these cold stone passageways. Spooky. Why not take the swamps and seek out the mythical town of Mellowmead? This place was once said to be a place of fantastical arcane alchemy, but an age has passed since it was consumed by the murky swamps. Perhaps great treasure awaits any adventurer that can locate its watery resting place. To whom it may concern, I must make haste, for Xeroc's men will be here within the hour. I have taken the crucifix from the church. It is the key to a key. I used the cross to make the attached cast. Then I had it destroyed. It is my hope that this cast falls into the hands of a just and good hero. Signed, the town mayor. Heroes from History, a retrospective. Chapter 1. In addition to being the strongest man who ever lived, Stanyer Ironhewer was unsurpassed in his skill as a blacksmith. He was equally happy pounding on his anvil at home as he was pounding on someone's head in battle. It was said that his only fear was the end of the village smithy as the focus of manufacture, in favor of more centralized units. As if. Chapter 2. Born a humble peasant to one of the nomadic tribes from the Eastlands, Bloodmanoth Skullcleaver gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. When he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with a spike on his helmet, he was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. Chapter 3. Carl Sterngard spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. With his impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was, "The best form of attack is defense." Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he died during a post-battle feast while swallowing a large sausage he had failed to chew. Chapter 4. Truly the hero's hero. Woden the Mighty was fearless, single-minded, and uncompromising. Unbeaten in combat, he inspired raw fear in friends and enemies alike, not to mention in close family members and pets. Chapter 5. Trained from birth in all forms of combat, Imanzi Shongama was the warrior queen of a tribe of Amazons. The bold and the beautiful Shongama banished all males from her territory, except the handful she kept on to mow the lawns of her people. Chapter 6. A full-time mother and homemaker, Megwin Stormbinder had to defend her settlement from barbarian raiders while the menfolk were away on a hunting trip. She fought off repeated attacks, armed only with a pitchfork and a rolling pin, and with one arm holding her baby. Legend has it that the gods, impressed by her indomitable courage, intervened and added thunderbolts to her arsenal. She won the battle with a couple of bolts to spare on her husband when he finally returned.
Did I come back right as
Chapter
it
7.
ended?
Dirk Steadfast was a fearsome opponent thanks to his magic
No.
sword and a firmly held belief that only women defend themselves. Real men are always on the attack. He was a friend and contemporary of Carl Sterngard, and was with him even to the end. It was whilst Steadfast was explaining his views on Sterngard's shield during a feast that the latter had his tragic and inexplicable accident.
Well,
Chapter
9.
8. Descended from the finest centaur Bloodstock, Ravenhooves the Archer was the last prince of his people. A proud and haughty aristocrat, he was an accomplished hunter, sportsman, duelist, playboy, raconteur, and 3 times Derby winner. Chapter 9. Captain of the militia in the time of King Peregrine, Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame when he killed the renegade wizard Zerok. A career soldier raised in the royal household, he was adored by the men under his command, and renowned for his loyalty to Galloway. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness. With his square jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair as black as raven's wings, oh, he looked every inch the hero.
Interesting. Hey now, little girl, calm down. Okay.
The rune key is held aloft by the flow of water from the fountain. You may have to wait for the next drought.
Alright, let me just eat this last bite, and then I'll continue. I just heated up the leftovers we had from what we had for dinner. They were just sitting on the stovetop. Okay. Oh. Does that count as hurting them? I hope not. Nope, that's the church. Balls. Nice.
Bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. To clean the statue, lower the pedestal.
Well, even if I don't get the achievement for not hurting the villagers, hopefully I can at least get the thing for not killing them. I've already gotten that in this game to 100% once. I know what I have to do, but it doesn't make it any less of a pain to do. See, now I get to kill the guards.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the shadow artifact, Lord Zarak will have us mocking out the demons for the next millennium.
Also love how they're stereotypical Russians. Right, I'll leave you to it then. Odd. Place the cast. Times do you want me to jump on this? Just give me the cross.
Blacksmith's Monthly. Old man Willie Green of Gallowstown was awarded Smithy of the Season by our readers. His outstanding casts have produced many intricate and hard-wearing iron goods and sculptures. Willie only uses the finest of metals in his work, and is particularly noted for his magnificent busts. Old Man Willie was quoted as saying, Aye, when I get pumping on me bellows, there's no stopping me. It's all in the rhythm. Up and down, up and down. I've always been inspired by the stories of Stanya Ironhewer, the greatest smithy there ever was.
I must go to the church. That's not the church. Silly bear. Alright, what's the goddamn church? There it is. Nice.
Dear Sir or Madam, on my travels across Gallowmere, I have come across many mysterious and enchanting finds. However, that which filled me with deepest dread was discovery of the tomb of the Shadow Demons. The key to their dank prison, the mysterious Shadow Artifact, is now in my possession. Yours fearfully, the Town Mayor.
Just turns his freaking head to look at the camera. I mean, as long as shield dashing didn't count as attacking the people of Gallowmere and the villagers. You do seem... Yes, this is true. Luckily for me, the villagers cannot follow me in the air. Or at least they won't, anyhow. I literally need one more. I don't know if hitting that. Hello? Hold the lever. Thanks. Shadow Hand. I always struggled with this one. It's meant to be like this super dangerous trap, but down to the
Capture that greedy profiteer, the Town Mayor. Take him to the asylum dungeons. Give the fat boy a good going over. Locate the Shadow Artifact. Bring me back something nice.
So the gate is to the right. The statue, the doors behind the statue. It's not their fault. They're... Come on, PlayStation. It's not their fault. They're mad. Don't harm the mad family. Die 7 different ways. I don't know if I want to do that. It's my only thing. Avoid all of the rolling rocks of Cemetery Hill. Turn an enemy into a roasted chicken and eat it. See, that's something I don't know how to do. How to turn an enemy into a roasted chicken. Google, I hope to God you understand what I'm talking about. Thank God they do. Let's say it'll be a miracle if they know what I'm talking about. Hello? Okay. My YouTube is being very weird. Let me see what this entails.
Gaining allies in the Hall of the Heroes is the way forward. Hack, choppity chop, off with a few zombies' heads, and it thinks it can redeem itself in battle. You still have a long way to go to rank as the best.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Gallomere's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly buffoon!